Hey everybody, welcome to the Creativity Cave. I'm Dina Rico, and today we are going to make a beautiful autumn leaves card with a gorgeous color combination that I think you're just going to love. And stay tuned because I'm going to show you a alternative color version of this card as well as the inspiration for this card. So my color combination is Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, Cajun Craze, Wild Wheat, and Pebbled Path. Now, this is such a beautiful fall, kind of pretty traditional fall colors, but maybe just a little tweak of different colors than maybe you would normally use. So I just love this card. And of course, it features my favorite bundle from the September to December 2023 mini catalog, which is the Autumn Leaves bundle. And I'm also going to use that Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. Now, I'm going to start with a piece of Pebbled Path cardstock. And like I said, I'm going to show you a slightly different version of this color-wise. And I would love to hear in the comments which one is your favorite. So definitely let me know. So I've folded that half sheet of cardstock in half. And then I've got a 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 inch piece of Very Vanilla. Ooh, I also have a 5 probably 3/8 by 4 1/8 inch piece of Pebbled Path that I've embossed, and I'm going to just add that to the front of my card. It's just going to be a really skinny little border that sticks out on this, and I love that look. It looks like you're fancy enough for an extra border on your card, and let's be honest, that's what's really important here. So there we go. It's just got that nice little teeny clean edge around. All right, now on this panel, sorry, I kind of went back and forth here a little bit. This again is the 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 inch panel. I've got 3 panels of cardstock that I'm going to add to this, and I'll give you the measurements of these in just a moment, but we're going to stamp on those with our leaves first. Now, I will tell you, if you are new to stamping with these distinctive type stamps that have all these beautiful details, we want these details to show up really crisp and cleanly. So if your ink pads are too juicy, and sometimes they are, especially if they're newer, I like to take a spoon and just rub the ink into the pad a little bit. What I love about this is it still keeps all the ink in the pad, so you're not like wasting ink by rubbing it on a piece of paper or something. You're just working it into the pad so it's not all on the surface. Then when you go to ink up your stamp, it's going to ink real nice, and then it's going to stamp even nicer like that. And look at all that gorgeous detail, just perfect. Okay, so then I will stamp this a couple more times just to kind of fill out the space on my panel, and glorious. Now this I kind of inked up a little bit more towards the edge, and do you see how that detail kind of gets lost? That's what we're trying to prevent. But we're going to cover some of this up, so I'm not worried about that part showing, but you can always flip it over if you're not happy. All right, so that was Berry Burst. Let's do some Cajun Craze. Oh, this pad is probably close to needing to be re-inked, which means it's perfect for this technique. All right, and then I'm also going to do Pretty Peacock. So I'm doing the same color ink as the cardstock that I'm stamping it on. And so we'll do this little double leaf, and I'm just kind of stamping this in all directions so that the pattern is kind of mixed up and not all the same. And then whenever there's like a little space, I kind of like filling it up even with just the very edge of my leaf, because I think that looks nice. There we go. All right, that's beautiful. I'm also going to take, since I've got all my ink pads open, I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to stamp one leaf on here for the inside of my card. So just making sure I've inked this up properly. By the way, if it looks like it's inked too much, sometimes it is, and I like to start over just so I get a nice inking of this, and that's looking better. And I think I might, well, I'll stamp it full strength for the inside of my card on here like that. I also think it helps to stamp this on something. So here I've got just a grid paper, which helps these detailed stamps get a nice crisp image, and I like the look of that. Okay, I'm also going to take some Pebbled Path and add the veins to this. Okay, so that just goes right over the top in some Pebbled Path ink, and that looks fantastic. So that will be for the inside of my card. All right, now let's put those layers onto our panel of vanilla that's a little smaller. So we've got the 4 by 5 1/4 that's going to go on the inside, and then we've got a smaller panel that's good. The little colored pieces are going to attach to. Now, this project is one that I'm creating in conjunction with the All-Star video class bundle, which you can purchase, and there'll be a link up here in the corner. You can click on that and you can purchase it for $15, or you can get it for free. So there are 12 amazing video tutorials in this PDF. Like I said, you can get it for $15, and there's a link right up here, or you can shop my online store and get it for free with a $50 purchase during the month of November 2023. It has some amazing projects with some really fun techniques, and they're all really different, which I just love. So grab your copy of that. Now, I mentioned these 3 panels. They are going to be in size. This first one of Berry Burst is 3 by 2 3/16. And I did do the 16ths in here. You don't have to be quite that precise, but I just love the look of it. This piece is 1 3/8 by 2 3/16. Same size or partially as this one. Same height. Okay, we'll put that on. And then our last piece is 1 3/8, or I'm sorry, 15/16 by 4 1/2. Now, all of these dimensions are pretty easy if you are good with your ruler, so no worries there. Now, I've also die cut a solid leaf in vanilla cardstock, as well as the veins in some of our more dazzling specialty paper. I'm going to adhere that to my card with a little bit of liquid glue. And to do that, I'll just take my silicone craft sheet, squirt a little bit of glue out, and then dab that on the back of this die cut. It's my favorite way to do those detailed die cuts on my cardstock. Now, all the supplies that I'm using for today's project can be found in my online store, and they are all linked in the description as well as on my blog post, which is also linked in this video. So you can check all those details out if you are interested. Okay, so I've got that on there, and look at that. So beautiful. I love that kind of glittery paper. So pretty. Okay, I've also die cut a label from this set of dies, and I'm going to add my sentiment here in some Wild Wheat ink on this Wild Wheat label. So I'm thankful, and I love that sentiment. It can be used in so many different ways. Okay, so let's put all this together on my card. I'm going to pop this whole panel up of Berry Vanilla, and no dimensionals are just the very best. They make your card look amazing. I don't see that many Hallmark cards that have dimensionals on them. I'm just saying. They wish their cards were as awesome as ours. Okay, so that looks great. I'm also going to pop my leaf on top. And I will tell you, I love fall leaves. Oh my goodness. They're just so pretty. And I'm going to kind of set it over here. And then my I'm Thankful will kind of cover up this, not messy, but a little busy intersection of all those layers. And I think that looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is on the I'm side, I'm going to put a little adhesive. It's going to rest on my leaf. And then on the other side, I'll put dimensions, and that'll keep this panel even with the leaf on here. Okay, but before I do that, I almost forgot this step. I'm going to take some linen thread, and I'm going to wrap this around my card a couple times. So I want to start with, a good 6-inch tail, and then we'll go around here, kind of over our pretty peacock layer a couple times, and then we'll tie that off. So I'll do another 6-inch-ish tail. All right, and I'm gonna tie this just a little bit over from the stem of the die cut. Okay, so just a little bit to the left of that into a bow. And the reason is because then it'll be on the edge of my label. Okay, and I kind of like how my linen thread is kind of curly from the spool. I think that's actually kind of a fun look. Okay, now we'll take that I'm thankful, and we're going to just set it right over the top of all of this business. And look at how pretty that is. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay, so there is the front, and I think I might trim these just a tad because they are kind of long. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. Then what I want to do is embellish this slightly with some of my speckled dots, and really you could use any of them. I'm going to go with these kind of neutral colored ones, and I'll just put a couple, a big one and a small one right here on my label, and I think that looks just gorgeous. Then on the inside of my card, I'm going to add our stamped section. And you can also take, if you want, a little scrap and add that with a sentiment. So in our stamp set, we've got I'm thankful and with a grateful heart. You can add some little words to this. So like with a grateful heart today and every day. I'm thankful to have you as a friend. So I'm going to do that. And you can just stamp that on a little scrap and kind of trim it down. So I always have these pieces left over from when I am trimming my cardstock for different things like this layer or this layer of vanilla. So I like to use these for sentiments. And I'm going to take, actually I think I'll do wild wheat and pull that wild wheat in here. I love wild wheat. I know it's kind of an unpopular opinion, but I really love this color. And so I've just got it in the little corner of this piece. And very carefully I'm trimming that. And then I'm going to add this to the inside of my card, kind of right here. Now I mentioned I did another color combination, and I want to show you where I got the inspiration for this card. First, I got the inspiration from one of my team members. We had a retreat here this past weekend in Iowa, and this was a card that one of my team members sent me, and I just want to read it to you because it's so sweet. It really made my heart happy. So you can see here's the layout. She used the designer series paper, and it's just so beautiful. So she said, Dina, this retreat was so wonderful. I can't believe how much you showered us with your generosity. Right from the start, I felt special with our custom bag and ID tag. I loved having some one-on-one time with you too. And a big thank you for having Andy cut my cardstock. She brought some paper that we cut for her on my big cutter. It was also great to get to know more of my team members, and I'm so glad to build friendships, and new and old. I'm heading home with way more than I ever expected. Thank you. And then also thank you for your help with my assistants, Whitney and Lee. You are amazing, and I'm so proud to be on your team. Oh my gosh, isn't that just the sweetest? This card just made my heart so happy. So I did this version with these colors, but I also did one more version. This one is basically it's exactly the same, only the card base is wild wheat. And I would love to know what your opinion is. I thought this was maybe a little heavy-handed on the wild wheat, which is why I switched to this version with the pebbled path in my video, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. So let me know in the comments which card is your favorite, the pebbled path or the wild wheat version, and then of course if you liked this one or if you're going to give it a try. So let me know in the comments. Don't forget, you can get your All About Autumn all-star video class bundle either for free or for $15. All the measurements are included for you in both English and metric units, so it will work wherever you are in the world and whatever paper you use in the world. So I love that part. And then, of course, don't forget, we also have some amazing new online exclusives that just went live yesterday that you can order as well. So it's a great way to put an order in and get a really fabulous tutorial. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you loved this project. If you could give me the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, your business means so much to me. I want to make you super excited that you ordered from me. So thank you again. And I look forward to inspiring you again soon. Have a great day, friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.